During the early stage of fighting the disease, as the delicate parts of the muscles died one by one, my arms and legs were twisted and the head became hard to control. The walking became a ridiculous figure, reminding me of a scarecrow. In the course of the process, each muscle in my body has helped me discover what it has done for me. What muscles were used to move a finger? What muscles in the body put the small soles of the feet on the ground and let the heavy body stand upright? What muscles in my body made my 5-kilogram head hold up and turn it freely? And now that it's hard to get a sip of water, even saliva through my throat, this is what I want to do the most. How could one gulp in cool water without getting caught in the airway? How could one breathe in the gusty wind in Kansas, the place of Oz? When every part of my body that I normally took for granted began to lose its function, the awe of the power of the Almighty came with despair. Just like the realization of the presence of air after I began to rely on ventilators for my life, in the same way, even though I can't see with my physical eyes, I realized again the existence of the Creator God who created all my body functions and all living things after losing all my body functions. Before I was taken to the ER for shortness of breath and entered the resuscitation room, in the midst of far falling strands of consciousness, the last thing I said was, "God, receive my soul." As I regained consciousness, I could hear the conversation between the medical staff. Given the fact that he survived the situation, I think he had a strong will to live. No, I have nothing more to lose, and I have entrusted my soul to God. Now I'm paralyzed with nothing I can do on my own. We were coming back to America, crossing the Rocky Mountains. Even with the ventilator shut down for nearly 10 minutes, God raised me again without any damage. I guess I still had some unfinished work. We all have a purpose and a calling sent to this land, and whether at a young age suddenly dying in an accident, or dying in pain from an illness, or living healthy and dying in old age, we will all die the same someday. The important thing is, for us who have fulfilled our calling on the earth, death is a new hope to meet God with joy. One day while I was bedridden, looking out the window, and suddenly I had a thought, if I hadn't known God, how could I have handled this situation? If I hadn't known God, what kind of wish and desire could I have? At this thought, I was overwhelmed with a great emotion. Come to think of it, I'm grateful for every moment that passes by, every day of my life which was given to me, and even now, knowing that I am in peace, it was all possible because of God's grace. When I can't move my hands and feet and have pain for a long time, I meditate on the suffering of Jesus, whose limbs were nailed to the cross. When I have a hard time with a persistent cough due to a weakened lung function, I look back on the suffering of Jesus, who had difficulty even breathing on the cross. The blood Jesus shed on the cross, the love and resurrection of the cross saved me and gave me hope. When I visited Israel, I went to Caesarea on the Mediterranean coast. Paul, who was imprisoned there before being escorted to Rome, testified about Jesus before the Roman governor and the Jewish king. When asked, "Do you think you can persuade me to become a Christian in such a short time?" He replied, "I pray to God that not only the king but also all those who are listening to me, whether for a short time or long time, will be like me, other than this bond. I pray to God that all those who are reading this now will believe in Jesus like me and live in God's love and salvation, except for being locked up in a prison of the body like this way.